So we can round back, tail lifts, support sort of at the base of the ribs at the tip of the blades, and support your head with your hands. We're going to pull the elbows down in as you bring your tail up towards your gaze, rounding the low back, and then arch the back. The tail sinks. The gaze moves across the ceiling and behind you, taking you into extension of the elbows. Fall wide and open as you hang your head back into the support of your hands. Exhale. Tip the head using your hands, using your arms, the elbows move forward down towards the navel. As you curl the two ends of the spine towards each other. And then we arch back, we draw sacrum to get the tail heavy into the floor, and lay back, opening your chest. Exhale. As you pull the elbows together again, the blades widen on your back. That allows flexion of the spine, the ribs fall back between the blades. And then as we arch, you let the elbows widen and lower towards the ground. That pulls the blades together to pull the ribcage forward without an extension. Let the head be heavy and feel the stretch in your throat. And exhale forward. And inhale back. Now come up and then press into your feet. We'll lift the hips and push and pull with your legs to go along the thoracic spine where the rib cage is. So as you push away from your feet, you curl up into flexion. Just go to the base of the ribs, not below on the kidneys, and then pull the knees forward, lift your hips in the air, come up your feet forward, feet out of space, and you go to the top of the shoulders, but not the neck. Head hangs back, stretch your throat, and then look forward and down your nose at your abdominal wall. You hammock the belly into the spine, and then you pull yourself forward, like pressing down with your feet. Engage the back line of your legs, going to lift through the glutes, strengthen your hips, and we push and pull again. And then let's come back to the lower part of your shoulder blades, lower your hips, and just rock from one side to the other, to the right, and then to the left. If your roller is a really hard one, you can always put a towel over it. Or whatever layers. You can take your sweatshirts, twist. The belly is your outer edge of your ribs, if you get more left. If that's a little tight, you'll notice it, and you may want to ease into it a little more gradually, or again, add more padding between your body and the body. Once more to the left. Come back to center. So the roller rolls away a little bit. You might need to adjust. And now we're making the hips up and twisting to the right. You go up and down on that lateral edge of your blade. This is more intense. You can always go back to the hips down. It's too intense. Push and pull with your legs. Trying to make a rotation of the upper body and not the side bend. And then here we go across to your left side. Pull with your legs, push off your feet. The movement's only about 7 to 8 inches. The length of your scapula here laterally. And then we come back to center, lower the hips, and then roll up to sitting. And we'll take the roller across under the knee. And then under your glutes and the sacrum as you lay down. So you roll back. Press into your feet to lift the hips up, and the sacrum rests on the roller. Exhale to pull the hips into your chest. And then inhale, the knees fall to the right. Turn your head left, keep the left shoulder grounded and heavy into the mat. Exhale, press through your arms. You pick the knees up and then swing them over to the left. As you gaze towards right shoulder blade still attached to your mat. Feet stretching the waist on the diagonal, and then pull the knees up, and they spin to the right. We look left together. So you want the contralateral movement of the head away from the knees. The spine is rotating at each end in opposite direction. And just breathe through it. It's useful to exhale to pick the weight of the legs up. See if you can use the oblique abdominals to move the hip bones up and across the body. Inhale to move into the stretch and exhale to come out of it to center. And inhale, go like float towards the floor, towards the side of the roller. And exhale back. Now that we're back, we'll lift your legs up to the ceiling, soft points, and scissor splits. So right leg back towards the right chest, left leg forward and out over your mat. Feel that length in your legs, the openness in your hip, and then we'll inhale to switch. And exhale to switch again. That looks great. It shows nice and calm, a little soft point, but not over pointing. Really pressing the leg through the air, create a space to move in that same line as your hip joint. Let's track back and forth here, each in their own path. Try to reach a little further out into space in each direction as you continue. We're just getting the thigh a little bit lower and try to maintain a straight leg as you go. And then we'll lift both legs up to the ceiling, externally rotate, and bring the right leg out and down to the side. Exhale, pull from the upper inner thigh, lift the heels. Tap them together, and now the left leg is up and down, the right leg is vertical. Exhale, press your arms into the roller, the upper arm into the ground. And here we go, left leg sits exactly where it is, the right leg moves away and down the hill. Bring it back up on the exhalation. We're moving relatively slowly, so you want to delay the descent, so you're not just flopping it to the ground, and then you're not just throwing it up, but you're dragging it up with the upper thigh muscles. Up to the top, 1 more set. Open sideways. One leg vertical, try to keep the pelvic girdle balanced and heavy here on your roller. Bring the right leg up, tap your feet together, and now the left leg descends. And pull it on up. Down here, actually, we'll take both legs pull apart, sideways, out and down. And then exhale to bring it back up. A couple more of these, come and open. Exhale to close. Last one. Up. And now back to scissors. Right leg back, left leg forward, and we circle the legs out. Join semicircle with each leg to draw a circle on the ceiling. Widen around. Take your time on the reverse. And then one more time. And then lift those legs up. And here we go, fold your knees. And exhale, lower your feet down. Lift your hips, rotate the roller at 180 degrees underneath you. You're on a flush spot here. And now let's just go to the right leg forward. The right arm back. Then the right knee, if that is what your back needs, or you can pull the left knee into your chest. If you're feeling particularly tight in the hips. And just let your body relax into the stretch. Inhale to feel length away from the hip bone press, down to the toes. Along the body and out through the fingertips into the floor, behind your head. Every inhale, you reach to both ends, fingers and toes, and exhale to let your body sinking towards the ground. Heavy where it touches, weight in where it doesn't. One more breath. full extension from the abdominal wall under the chest wall, and exhale, bring everything together down. The arm moves forward, hold the roller position, and the pulls back. And now it's time for the left. So slide the left leg forward. Then, as necessary, you might feel this across the hip bone here in the front, or you might really feel the back over arch. In which case, give yourself a little grace by bending the knees. And then we take the left arm back. If that works for you. Just a deep full breath in. And then a long, slow side out. Lengthen out to the center of your foot. Maybe a little more active stretch if that feels good to you. Add another deep breath in. And then out. All right. The arm comes forward. The knee pulls in. And let's pull both knees into your chest. Like the vein, roll the tail up. Round your back here. Keep holding it in this position back towards your sternum, towards your legs. Okay, and then we'll bring this forward. Exhale to lower your feet down. Lift your hips and slightly roll it out from underneath. And we'll just take it aside. And here, let's go into a roll up. So extend the legs forward. Reach the arms up to the ceiling and back towards your ears. We bring the arms up, lifting up, head, neck, shoulders. Exhale, pull forward, and suck the waist back as you dive your head forward towards your knees. Your head down, waist pulls back, arms reach forward. And then we start to curl the spine forward, upward measuring wall. Shoulders drop as you sit tall on your sits bones. Look down and curl and tilt towards your gaze. Pelvic tuck and ground back here. Behind your sits bones onto the glutes, onto the sacrum, hip, waist, ribs, shoulder blades, shoulders, neck and head, and then rising up again. Big exhale before you lift. Try to feel both sides of the body work. You'll have a tendency to 24 on one side, just on the side, which ends up just amplifying another difference in strength right to left. So if you know what side participates less or is a little weaker, try to focus on that side. Leading your leg here, and down, and yawn your body open to the ceiling. Let's go for one more. Arms rise, lift the head back, shoulders big. Exhale, pull forward. The back curves in an arc like your horseshoe on the side here. And then let's take it back down. Suspend from your fingertips or reach the wall. They can lower it as necessary. So you have to slow all the way down. And then encircle the arms around at your side. Here, let's do rollover. So if you want to use the roller under your hips, you can elevate them and hold the roller there. Otherwise, we pull the knees into your chest and then extend the legs forward and up. So you want to reach the legs down, a little bit of a running start. Do not turn your head when you're elevating your hips. So we're bringing legs up and over, pursue the hands, come up with the pelvis, the legs go back overhead so we parallel to the ground. Open the legs, flex your feet, and then you push forward with the arms, pull the shoulders up and in as you lower your spine down, slowly from top to tailbone, and then press the legs forward, then close your front of the feet, and go up that way. First the legs lift, then you lift the hips, you breathe and exhale, you come up, 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 and over. You balance on your shoulders, not on your neck. Definitely don't want to feel the spine crunching. That would be a contraindication. And open, flex, and try to lower the thighs towards your belly, towards your chest as you go down. Really press into the arms, let the shoulders curve up so that your upper back has flexion on the way down. Reach the legs long, pull them together, and we go up and over again. Inhale to lift the legs, exhale to lift the hips. And then open the legs 4 to 5 inches, flex the feet, imagine squeezing a yoga block of a ball between your legs as you go down, so you're aware of the inside line of your legs. Come down slowly for the stretching your hip strength. The legs reach forward, we point, we close, then we open it. So we're going over with the open legs and a pointed foot, lifting up. Close, flex, pull the toes towards your knees, and down you go. Work your way down here as slowly as you can. Use this gravity to really stretch out that low back. And then the legs reach forward and open to over 2 more times. Inhale, the next exhale. Close the legs, flex the feet, reach out through your heels. Like the soles of your feet are stuck on the wall behind you. Try to lower your spine down, getting more stretch in the legs with every repetition. One less one. Point apart, up and over. It's a lot of work into the arms. It's also a lot of work into your core. As you pull the tail up and overhead, close, flex, and down we go. This will help you increase the length and the back line of your body. Shrinks calves, low back. Now, leave the legs up, and we're lowering the left leg down. The right leg is going to be suspended out on a diagonal here. We'll lift the head, neck, and chest. We will lift the outside of the right leg and pull yourself up. So walking up, sit up tall, collarbones wide. And then we look down at the top and we work ourselves down. We push your legs out into space. You put your spine down from the tail all the way to the top of the head. And let's lift again. Your gaze should be on the inside of the leg so that your torso remains parallel here to the pelvic girdle, stays within the lines of that space. And down we go again. Both legs reach out. And here would be a time where you may want to have a weight over your standing leg, the left leg's ankle, so hold your leg down. And then we lift to come up. We also do this with a TheraBand around the lifted foot. Come upright, try to step forward a little bit, even if you lower the leg, try to sit on your sits bone. Now we get the elbows on the inhale, we lift the leg, and the exhale, we sit down. To do 3 lower lifts, letting the weight of the femur hold deep into the socket. Lift the leg, release the arms, reach them forward. Try to hold both feet where they are and lengthen out into them as you come down to the ground. That looks amazing. Really good job. And then the arms at your side. We're just going to lift the leg and scissor switch. So left leg comes up as the right leg goes down. Flex the right foot at the ankle. And soft point with the left foot up and down. So we're lifting again, coming up. So push the tip. If the leg is too high, you're not going to make it up. So it's okay as you come up to lower it to a place where it works for your body to come vertical. And then we're trying to hold that leg right there, not dropping it, not lifting it as you bring your spine down into the ground. And come up again. So it's always the opposite hand to the upper inner thigh, avoid the knee as you come up. By doing that, we can really try to keep the body with balance so that you're not tipping over to the lateral edge. And back we go again. Avoid the back of the knee and stretch out from the center of the sole of the foot. Arms lengthen to your side, press them lightly into the mat as you go down on the mat. And one more time to lift. Right, it's a lot of low core to get the body off the ground. Sit upright, and then we bend the elbows to pull the leg up, and exhale and release it down. You always bend the knee as you need to, right? As long as you still feel the stretch in the hamstring, back of the thigh. Lift the leg, follow it open, release the arms, or you can walk your hands down your leg, but reach out through all the appendages, your feet, your fingers, come down with control, and then lower the arms, lift the leg, and now let's pull that knee to your chest, give a little hug, and we'll slide that leg forward and pull the right leg, with that one a little further. And grab your TheraBand here from the center. Go to the other foot. Lift the leg up. Elbows anchored down and slide them towards your hips, the shoulders release away from the neck. Do a point flex here. Point flex. As the heel goes up, reach down to the sits bone. One more. And we enter the soft point and we circle inhale. Cross the body to the wall. Bring it low, rotate externally out to the right. The left side heavy up to the top, and we circle again. It's a short inhale to start the circle and a long exhale to complete it. One for the abdominal wall contraction, really low abs and together, and stretch. And push out into space. The forearms are pivoting here on the elbow points, following the angle of the leg, the angle of the strap with that lower arm. The more you reach out into space and the more you pull back to the hip, the more open your hip joint will become. Now here at the top, we pause and reverse. Reverse it externally, press the leg onto the right, swing it low, drag it across the other leg and push it up into the ceiling. And we do that again. Breathe in fully, completely, a shorter inhale, a longer exhale will really help to curve up the abdominal wall, all the different layers of it. And even while we're stretching the leg away from center, we're anchoring to the opposite side. We're going to keep the pelvis grounded and heavy, like it's filled with wet sand, like it's bolted to the mat. And one more breath, one more circle. Breathe in as deeply as you can. Exhale all the way around, up to the top now. And here, let's take a shorter grip on the bed. And you'll like it out to the right. Rock the heel towards your armpit, towards your shoulder, and back smooth and slow. Left hip stays heavy. Exhale to pull the leg up. Switch hands. And the right leg extends. Bring the leg across. Rotate the leg internally. Get the stretch leg across the knee. Pull the leg a little bit closer in towards your shoulder. On the exhale, bring the leg up to the ceiling. Bring this down, and then work your hands up the hill. You can flex the foot, lift up to the heel, and pull your chest forward towards the thigh, with the space between the legs. And then release yourself back and fold the knees to your chest. Again, it comes off. And we slide the legs forward, shift them out. See how much difference there is in length of the leg, in the height of the two sides off the mat. My right side has really dropped a lot. My left side feels about half an inch shortish, higher up in space. So where you notice, just like admire it, and then we're going to do the other leg. So pull the lower leg in, bend this into pull. Jig up on the bed, lift the leg high, and from the flex foot point, and then go back into the flex foot. So double turn, work through the articulation of your foot here. Leg high enough that you also get the stretch in the back of your leg. And then we end to the point, and we circle across the body. Start with inhale, and then it's a long, slow exhale. We pump the air out of your lungs, keep pulling the belly tight and deep. And we reach. Hips are grounded, so the right hip is heavy before the left leg moves to the left. The left hip gets heavier before we take the leg across to the right. See, I'm sure you can feel where you're stretching the muscles. The leg is crossed, it's like in the IT band area. Then the leg goes out to the side of the upper inner thigh. One more here. So reaching to the center of the sole of the foot, out to the third metatarsal, and up at the top, pause and reverse. Out to the left, reverse side. Reach out into space, drag the leg through the air, push it up to the ceiling, do that again. The torso should be calm and quiet. Because it weighing 1,000 pounds more than it actually does, just sink into the ground. And one final circle. Keep stretching further and further, arc the foot out into space. And now we'll take the leg in the left hand, elbow ground, and then you take the leg up to the side, rotate to the right, so your right knee is down into the surface, and rock the left leg towards your shoulder. Bend the knee as you need to, with the stretch when you need it. And then let's exhale, bring the leg up, switch hands. We cross the leg over, extending the left arm. Spiral off the mat with your hip, with your waist, with the bottom ribs, with the left shoulder blade is grounded. You stretch the leg or you bend it slightly, and then you rotate the leg internally from the hip joint. Then pull it towards the right shoulder. Increase the stretch where you need it, where you want it, where you feel it. Now unwind the body, bring the hip down, lift the leg up. And there we go, up. And then use your arms to pull your chest forward and up off the ground, so a little bit more. Decrease right at the base of the chest wall. Maybe even pull the leg closer to your face as you try to lift your forehead towards your knee. And then release it back and fold the knee in. Again, off to the side. Hug the knee in first, and then release it forward, shake it out. All right, we're coming up for rolling like a ball. So you lift your head up forward and sit in the front of your mat. Elbows go wide, waist goes back. So right again. Okay, and we'll lift it up higher to lift your feet off the ground. And we inhale, lift the tailbone with your shoulder blades, head and exit off the floor, exhale back where you start. So you really round the back, so you give it upper curl and pull it up. Press the edges of your feet together, push shins out, knees back, so put up the arms as you roll. The exhale should start as soon as the weights tap the mat behind you. So that you're already exhale, carries you through the lift and into your balance point. One more time. Let's roll back and come up and do our teaser with a challenge. So, into your belly, we roll. Shoulder blades touch, exhale, balance point, then lift, hold it back, look down, do it again. Look back, forward, extend. Nice. Really straight into our teaser practice. Reach, hold, and rest your feet down. That was so lovely. Is that fun? Yes. Yeah, it's fun eventually, maybe not initially. So here we go. So I didn't forget hundreds. I just pushed it back until now. So we're rolling back. So we'll have a double feature of hundreds into the abs series. You guys are all strong enough now to do that. And if not, you rest, because it is the holidays, you all need a little rest. So let's come back down, pull the weights in, arms to your side, extend the weights up and out, and pump the arms in. And exhale. Might feel different now that your spine is more stretched. Now that your body's warmed up, try to lift the head and reach it forward, down at your abs. Your arms actively push the air down, push the air up, and then stretch out like you're still stretching your foot into the band like we did in a single circle. So find a deep full breath, try to bring the air to the very bottom of your lungs, and exhale, play it out a little bit at a time. And let's just do one more breath. Inhale, and exhale here, and then fold it all in and lay yourself down. Did it seem easier to do it a little later in the series? Yeah. Okay, and then rock forward and up. So now we're going into the ab series, so we'll start with the sequence stretch. So roll back, Pull the right knee in. Right into the ankle, left leg reaches out, pull that leg tight. Inhale, we switch. And exhale, switch again. And it shoots right out of the socket, and then you pull the knee into your chest on one side. Press the hands down and shift up, and we end with the left leg in. Pull both knees in, double leg stretch. Reach up, arms and legs out away from center, embrace them in. And you stretch away, and exhale, pull it in. Now the angle of your arms and legs should not affect the spine. If you find that you're flattening your back and laying your head back down, then you want to lift the arms a little higher. Come in and restrict it down and turn your head side to side. All right, and then here, right leg up, left leg forward, come into scissors. Pull the leg towards you, and then inhale to switch. Great, if I don't see you, happy holidays. Do you think next week too? No, this is the last week. Thank you. Yep. So tomorrow's the last chance. Until January, when we start over again. We're going to end with the leg up. Bring both legs up, support your head with your hands. Pull the head up and down with the eyes. Pull the elbows down in, and then you reach the legs away. On the inhale and exhale to lift. Double with lower lip. Be cautious, be conscious, be aware. She only goes as far as she's going to abdominal wall and support the position of the pelvic table. You don't want to have your back arch up out of its normal lumbar curve, and try to keep it pressing into the ground. We'll do one more of these, moving slowly so you're not just drawing your feet to the ground and then throwing them up to the ceiling. And now we twist to the right and then to the left. From one side to the other. Coming up in an upper ab curl combined with rotation. And when we're set, we'll into the left. Come back to center and rest. So lay down, hug the knees in. Stretch a little back. You can add that for a pull if you want to. But that's totally optional. And then lay down and stretch the legs forward. We'll roll up. First one stretch. Lift the arms, lift the head, come up and open the legs. Sit upright, your seat where you may want to elevate yourself up on the bottom of the floor. So with the legs extended, we'll lift the arms up to the ceiling. Take an upper back extension, the lower part of the body. It's vertical. And then the palms are forward, down, arms by your ears, you come over the space between the legs. So suck the legs back, seek her spine, round over and dive down. You touch the ground and you press down through your sits bones, you come up. Upper body extension. And forward, over, and down again. Press down to come upright. Arms here. And over again. And stay there. Flex your feet, reach for your toes, or however far you can go, ankles, calves, whatever. And then pull the heels forward and pull the forehead down. Suck the legs back. And then we'll start this one coming up. Move forward for a leg practice. So up the block, through some leg. And easiest, hands behind the thighs, or best, as above the ankles. Thumbs in, fingers out. So we look down, you hold the tail up to balance, and then we'll extend the right leg up, stretch it here, and then hold it back down, edges of the feet together again, and left. And hold it back down. Do one more set like this, the right. Good. Now, remember when you first started, it didn't seem like the tail would be more than like 3 inches away from the sits bones. Now both. And hold down. balance work as well as a stretch. And once more, we take it up and rotate the hands around to the back of the calves, look into your belly and roll. With the tail on the inhale, balance on the shoulders, as you come up over the balance point. There's that teaser position. And inhale out. Exhale forward. We'll teaser with the legs moving. Okay. And one more. Then we can close the legs, extend the arms. Here we are again. Bend your knees and hug yourself forward. You can pull the knees open, guide your chest into the legs to feel a stretch there. And then let's step the spine up. And we're going to skip a little bit and go into some side kicks. So let's lay on your side. Either prop your head up or extend the arm and lay your head on the upper arm. Your neck will sort of tell me which is the right thing for you. So legs forward about 10 to 15 degrees from the spine. You can either press your top hand into the mat in front of the chest, or most advanced, you pull the skull and pull the neck long. So as you lift the top leg, we want to keep the body steady. So as you swing your leg forward, reach out to the heel, plus 1 and 2, hit the foot and take it back and reach 1 and 2. So the deal with this is that until you can keep the body like perfectly stable, you're probably better off taking your hand here to help keep the torso in position. But you know, we all have to learn. So when you take the heel forward, see what the range of movement is of the leg, so that you don't like lean forward when the leg is back and lean back when the leg is forward. That would be wrong, and it's not going to help you increase the stretch of your hip or your hamstring. So hold yourself right on your side seam while you practice this, even if the leg is really small to begin. And it's helpful to press the bottom leg into the ground. Come back to center and lower the leg. Now we lift the leg here. Pretty much anyone can support the head with their hands. Lift the leg and rotate the internally and externally, because the top leg is aligned with the bottom one, so that it doesn't move and throw your torso off balance. So this is another good place to start practicing your advanced position of the hands. And then we actually rotate and lower the heels down. Now we point the foot to bring the leg up, flex the foot to bring it down, and heel the heel. Point to drag the legs apart, and exhale to squeeze the air out between them. One more. Point lift, flex and lower. Now reverse. Flex to go up, point and press away. Flex to rise, point, lengthen out and down. One more. Flex up, all the way down for double head. So we bend the knee, we slide the foot in, pull the knee towards the armpit, extend the leg, flex the foot, straight leg down, heel to heel. Point, glide, pick up the knee, stretch the leg, flex and down. One more like that. We'll go through a lot of different joints and muscles here. We tap and now reverse. So keep a straight leg and flex foot up, point the foot, bend the knee, tap the toe to the thigh, skate it forward all the way out to the heel, flex to lift, point, bend, and pull the head away from the tail, away from the heel. One more up, point, and bend, and all the way down. Now we're lifting the leg hip height. This one's really challenging for stability. So you decide, you have here or ground. So we bring the leg forward, rotate externally up, press it back, and all the way around and in. Good job. It's a lot of work in your core. It's helpful to bring your bottom elbow and pull it in towards your armpit. Yep, that was good. See, because that helps like engage that serratus lat and oblique connection here. We'll do one more. Again, if you're practicing the advanced arm position, the legs start small and gradually go larger as you find stability. Now let's reverse. Take the leg back, open the hip, use the glute, rotate externally to lift. Leg circles around and back through center. We do that again. Spiral all the way through space. Two more here. We work the outer leg to pick the leg up. And last one. The bottom leg pushes into the ground. That helps you stabilize the whole torso. Great job. All right. So here onto our stomachs. So we lay over onto the belly and overlap your hands, rest your forehead there. You can still breathe, you're not flushing the nose into the mat. And then press the pelvic girdle to the floor. Breathe in and pelvic press navel as well. You lift the right leg up and then exhale, lower it down. Press it into the ground and lift the left thigh onto the floor. And push the hip bone down, then lower that down. Right leg up. And lower. Left leg up when hip bone heavy. One more set. With the right leg, part up the glute, part up the hamstring, and release down with control. Don't drop. And now for the left. And bring it down. We will push into the arm. Up and sit back in the child's pose. If your knees allow that position, otherwise lay on your back and pull your knees into your chest. So curl the tail under, stretch your back, the arms can be forward or reaching back towards your feet. And then we're going to do the other side, right for the side cues. So again, you can have the elbow popping up. And if you're doing that, maybe think even before you start, pull that elbow slightly towards the armpit, get a little feeling of work into let your pec in the front of the front armpit, and the back of it is the lats. So you're engaged with the front and back line of your body. All right. And then if you want the hand in front of the chest, push it in, feel that strength in the upper rib cage, lift the leg, you're going hand to head. Use your hands to lengthen the neck and pull the head slightly away from the shoulders and vice versa. So we swing the leg forward and pulse 1, 2, like the foot, take it back and reach once and twice. Flex to go forward, a double beat. Point to take it back and you lengthen and lengthen again. The bottom leg stays really pressing into its full length into the ground wherever it connects to the floor. Wherever you connect to the floor, you want to use that connection to help you stabilize. When the leg goes back, you're opening up your hip. When it goes forward, you're stretching out through the glute and the hamstring. Come back to center and lower the leg. So here, lift the leg hip height and we rotate internally and externally. Spiral the leg. This is a challenge for the glute medius here. And the lateral line of your leg, just like supporting that leg in the air, can be a lot of work if you're not used to practicing the leg standing like this. Exhale, rotate and lower the foot down, soft point. Up with the toes, down with the heel, flex the foot, so the ankle. Point to drag the space open and flex to squeeze it shut. Point to rise, flex and down. Now we reverse the foot. Keep the foot flexed as it lifts. Point the foot and lengthen it out. Flex up. And point down. Flex, lift. Point, press it away. Once more. And all the way down, développé. So bend the knee up to the ceiling. Slide the foot in, pull the knee towards your armpit, extend the leg, flex, and reach out long and slow. Point at the bottom, glide. Pick up the knee, extend the leg, flex, and push it away. Once more. Once you're not rounding back, try to pull your head back into your hands. Now we're going to reverse. So flex the foot to lift, point the foot, bend the knee, and skate it all the way down. Wait, did we already do that? I'm so sorry. My mind went somewhere else. Flex, lift, point, bend, and all the way down. Flex up, point, bend, and all the way down. All right, and then lengthen both legs. Soft point circle. Inhale forward, up, around, back, and through center. Hold your body steady. And try not to, you can look at your foot for maybe the first breath, but after that, really push your head back into your head, or into your hands, yeah. And then think of elongating the neck. You want your head and neck in line with the rest of the spine. Complete the circle, let's reverse. So open the hip, leg goes back, rotate it forward, up, around, and through center. Reach back again. The bottom leg pushes into the ground. And one more time. Okay, good work. And now let's lay on our backs. All right, so here, let's just plug both knees into your body. Embrace them in for a second. And rock a little bit side to side. And here we're going to use the bare bed with some scissors. You can take the bed wide across both and arches the weight. Legs pulled together. And let's go up to sit. All right, so from our position, you want to look down, pull the heel up, and stretch your whole back to on your sacrum. Pick up your feet at that point and the knees bent. For women, toes at eye level. For guys, a little bit lower. And trying to find that balance point here. That was my feet wide and forward, so that your back rounds a little bit easily. And then we're just going to stretch the legs forward and out to the bed. And then pull the knees back in. So we're trying to keep the low back in a C shape, right? If you take the legs out and the back arches, the legs are probably too low. Get another balance challenge. This is great because you're really keeping your torso steady and you're not falling backwards away from the legs. You're just holding the torso in position in space as the legs stretch and return. Good. Lower your heels down, open the knees, and drop your head down. Stretch out your spine. And then we're coming up to do the opposite of that. Okay, so we roll the tail up, run back behind your glutes onto the base of the sacrum. Feet are lifted, check up on the bed, because now we're going to curl the tail up, try to put the feet where they are, and roll down to the low back. And then we come up, head, shoulders, ribs, lift, and back down again. Then the body is moving, the torso is moving, the legs are hopefully staying still. It's a good way to get into this exercise. If you want, you can practice with your feet against the wall and some of the TheraBand. So you can get the strength and the understanding of the movement of your low spine in particular. It's really critical that you go from that rhodotic curve that we normally have, like interior arch of the low back, into a rounded, like convex curve to go over it and really imprint that down. And then lift and pull up. Okay, heels lower again. Nice job. And then bring your head down forward towards your heel. You open a little bit, stretch out your back. And now we come up for the full teaser. So we're starting at your balance point, wherever that is. And then tuck the tail up, round your lower back, elbows wide again. As you get down onto your sacrum, then you think of pushing the feet away. Toes at eye level, the heels will land where the tip of the legs land. And you lay the shoulders up and back. Lift the head up, and you pull the elbows a little wide. Start to pick the legs up, you can bend the knees. And we round the back as we pull the shoulders towards the knees and the knees towards the shoulders. I would check up on the band a bit more so you'll have more support and feel like you don't more control, and it's not as ugly with the arms. But good holding your balance that way. So we'll look down, tail rounds up. We roll down. You need enough padding to be sure that's okay. And then as you go down with the spine, the legs lengthen out, heels tuck, tip of the bones touch, head is down, and then flip the head up. We'll start to pull wide. You flip the legs out, and pull the knees in towards your shoulders as you pull your chest towards your legs. And then we can lower them down. That's so good. All right. So next from here, let's do a side bend. So today, let's do more of the plank version. So we're going to spread the palm open and take the legs out So the knees are maybe a little bit more open than 90 degrees, but not much. And we have the top leg in front of the bottom leg. So the heel of your top foot, your top leg goes into the base of the toes of the bottom foot. Yeah, like that. All right, so we're going to really press into the arm and feel the connection into the armpit, into the side rib cage. Look at your hand rest on your legs. And then as you shift your way forward, shoulder over wrist, we're going to straighten the legs, pull the hips up, edges of the feet down, side bend over, put your side seam to the sky, and then bend your knees, keep the legs together, lower from your armpit down. The lat brings you down, and you land softly. Taking my socks off, if my socks are slipping, you can do that too if they're not helping you. Okay, so here we go. So look at your hand, let's do it again. So you shift your weight forward, shoulder over wrist, push up, want the head to fold down, so lift up. Your body makes an arc like a bridge over the river, and the bottom leg helps support the top. Come down slowly, lower your hip with control, and then land on descents. Good for you. Let's do the other side. Again, the top leg is in front. Also, if you're trying this and your wrist doesn't feel like it's ready for this, you can roll up your mat and have the heel of the head elevated and the fingers lower. It gives you a less extreme angle at your wrist, which is often really helpful. You start practicing like these planks, and yeah, even like this one is a side plank with a little arches in the waist. So here we go. So find your feet, squeeze the legs together, start to come up, shift your weight forward, push up your legs. The bottom leg supports the top one. Dive your head down, and then bend your knees down with control from the armpit, from your lap, and you can reset your legs if you need to. Give yourself a little more space or a little less space. And now we're going up and over again. So push forward, push the ground down, drop your head, come down with control. There we are. Really good. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm teaching to the people here in class. So, you know, if that is not the right exercise for you, you know, you can find some easier variation. Actually, should be done with that. So, one of the ways that you can learn to get into some of this is to start with one leg bent, and you're on your knee, the other leg over, but this would start to build strength into the arms to help you. And then from there, you know, you can just lower like so, and to come up with it. As long as it's okay for your knees, if it's not, just give the lower lift and just do this with this. Okay? But it's important to have that strength in our shoulder girdle. And it also is like great core work here. Any of these side planks is amazing for our strength and flexibility. Okay, so one more thing. So let's just end with our seals. So we'll take the arms between the legs, wrap the hands around the ankles, and drop your feet. Press the arms into the legs and vice versa. Lift your abs. We open and close the legs, clapping 3 times. We're going to roll back, try to lift the tail, suspend ourselves in the air, and clap 1 to 3 times, and then come back to clap again. So after we clap 1, 2, 3, roll. Roll it again. And come back up. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Very good touch, but no weight into your skull. We go back. And one last one. And back. And then we are done for today. Great. If I don't see you all, happy holidays.